Hello, I'm Frulia Child, and welcome to Big Journey, Small Steps. Well, today, as is obvious, I am in my kitchen, and I'm going to be cooking for you with the Vitamix. You don't need a Vitamix. If you have any blender, will work for this recipe. Eating is a very important part of the spiritual life. Gandhi said that the purpose of food was to fuel the body in order to do selfless service for other people. And the purpose of eating, in other words, is not to give you pleasure. It's not that it can't give you pleasure, it's just that isn't the primary purpose. So I have something I love very much, which are mochas from Starbucks, but they're not very healthy. And I've sort of adapted the Starbucks mocha to a healthier recipe that I eat for breakfast most mornings. I do different protein shakes. Since I'm vegetarian, my doctor warns me that I need to make sure that I'm getting enough protein all the time, and so one of the ways I do that is by starting off the day with a protein shake. I personally like this Jarrow whey protein. I get unflavored everything. I can flavor it myself. If I want vanilla, I have vanilla beans, I have vanilla extract in my cupboard. So I get unflavored, that's just me. I do the same thing with almond milk. This is from Whole Foods. This is organic almond milk. It's unsweetened. It's also unflavored. I'm going to flavor it. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you will need for this recipe is you will need 8 ounces, 1 cup of almond milk. Now, to tell you honestly, I'm going to measure these for you today so that when you try this out, it will definitely work for you. But I just plop all this. I use the blender to measure the milk normally, and then I'm not messing up a measuring cup. Now, the mocha that they have at Starbucks does not have, well, it has whipped cream in it if you let them put it. But it doesn't have any fruit or anything in it like that, and so we need servings of fruit in our diet every day, and so I have been getting these wonderful organic frozen cherries at Costco. Bag looks like this, and I'm very, very fond of them, and I put a heaping half a cup in with my milk. I'm going to put 1 scoop of the Jarrow unflavored whey protein in here. Obviously, if you're using whey protein, that's not vegan. You can have a vegan option. All this stuff is up to you how you want to do it. The next thing I put in is some cocoa. I normally have some I get at Starbucks that's organic, but I found this at I couldn't get to Whole Foods, and I just got this at Publix, and I put I would say a scant tablespoonful of chocolate. Now, I don't like things very sweet, and I like my chocolate very dark and what some people would call bitter. I don't have a very American taste for sweets anymore. I've sort of trained myself not to. Then, this is organic maple syrup. This is what I use for sweetener. You could certainly use agave syrup. I like this better than agave. It has a little more character. Yes, it's more expensive, but it's not very expensive at Costco. So anyway, I'm in love with Costco right now. So I'm going to put a tablespoonful of maple syrup in here. And I have one more ingredient that actually is from Starbucks, and that is their Via instant coffee that comes in these little packages. I like these very much. And this one is Italian roast. I don't measure this. For the recipe today, I measured it before I was giving you ingredient list and proportions, and half a teaspoon is fine, but I know there's just about enough left in this. I use it all the time, so whoops, there it goes. If I get too much decaf, this is the only thing in here that's just for flavor, I think. And it doesn't hurt me to have an extra bit of energy. So I've got everything in the Vitamix. I'm just going to turn this on, and it's going to be very loud. If you have a blender, it'll take longer than that. I like it kind of chunky because I still like to taste I like the texture of the cherries, not to be too chopped up, not to be too smooth. You can, this makes exactly, I don't know how many ounces this cup is. I will measure it and put underneath, but I got this mug for Christmas one year, and it's a Starbucks mug. And so this is my totally healthy mocha breakfast protein shake. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for spending time with me today. It's always a delight for me to make these videos. I thought I would try something new. So, hope you enjoyed it. From the very bottom of my heart, I'd like to wish you peace and joy.